Hello. So tonight you are getting another Hattie doesn't know what the hell she's doing video, and that is because, well, that's because I have no new ideas, but it is also because I have been in the worst mood all day. I swear to you, everyone who knows me, everyone who has seen me today, which has only been family, has tested every ounce of patience in my body. Parker is right alongside all of them. So I am just going to sit down and put on some makeup. So I've been watching everyone's, God, what was it? July favorites? Are we in August now? I think it was everybody's July favorites. And I realized we're like a week and a half into August at this point. So I'm not even gonna bother putting out a video with my July favorites. It's basically all the same stuff that has been in my last couple of favorites, and I'm about to use a lot of my favorite summertime stuff anyway. So I figured this would kind of show you me applying it, and this way I could just kind of chit chat and bitch and vent, because that is what this video is going to be. So I told y'all I've been kind of trying to organize all of my makeup, and while doing that I found this Dior Skin Forever Perfect Cushion Foundation with sunscreen, blah blah, broad spectrum SPF. It's not the best color, but I love cushion foundations. The Lumiere one is actually one of my favorites, and I know I need to talk about that on here, but it's just so friggin' bougie, it like hurts me to talk about. But this is what this looks like, and instead of going in with this like little, no, I just take my sponge and kind of soak some up and just put it on my face. But this is super light coverage. It's almost, I don't really even know how to describe it. It just is kind of like a good no makeup base, and it definitely has that like Dior fragrance, if you know what I'm talking about. It is not scent free, but I don't know, it looks really nice on my skin right now. It's not drying, but it's also not like super moisturizing, so it doesn't make me super oily when it's 105 degrees out. And yeah, so I've been using this a little bit. I've also been using that new Too Faced matte Born This Way, and it's so good. It really is just a great summer foundation, and I have actually come to, I should have done that tonight now that I'm thinking about it, but I like to dab just a tiny bit of that around my face and then almost use this to blend it out, and that way I don't get quite as much coverage, but I do get, you know, like the benefits of having a matte foundation. So I'm not sure if you can even, like if I came on just like this, it would probably look like I just wasn't wearing any makeup. It really just evens out my skin, which is exactly what I want right now. And then we are gonna go in with my little saving grace. This is the Bobbi Brown Corrector. This is in Light Bisque, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of this under my eyes, and then instead of using my favorite concealer that y'all have seen God only knows how many times, I am going to finally try out the Jouer, I think it's like the High Coverage Essential something something, I have it right here. It is the Essential High Coverage Concealer Pen. So I'm just going to correct a little bit, like right in this inner corner with the corrector, and now we can go in with this concealer pen. So I got this in Chiffon. I got it in a pretty light shade, and I was like, I got it while I was actually at Sephora, and this woman, oh my God, she was just up my ass the entire time I was shopping. Like, I understand that, you know, things are different and like they're trying to make sure that people aren't swatching things and all that stuff. But oh my goodness, there is nothing I cannot stand more than having like a sales associate up my butt the entire time I'm trying to just like look around and kind of browse. So it was driving me crazy, and I was just like, you know what? This shade is gonna have to work, because I cannot stand her being at my butt for any longer. So I have my Laura Mercier under eye secret blurring powder that I am obsessed with and talk about all the time. Let's see how this blends out. So also, if you can like barely hear me, it is because I am losing my voice. I'm not sure if it's allergies or if it honestly might just be because Parker has been really testing every single limit this week. And is it really only Tuesday right now? Damn. He just you know, he's a little over 2.5, and I feel like there are like very few things that he feels like he is in control over. So the few things that he is in control over, he really just, he needs that control right now. And, you know, I get it, I understand it, I'm trying to like do all of the research and all of that behind it, and I don't want to like discipline him for something that, you know, he shouldn't be disciplined for. But I feel like a lot of the times people who have a YouTube channel and they have kids, even more so when they have younger kids, they, you know, they're probably mostly vlogging because they don't have time to actually sit down and make any content. But, you know, they're only showing like these amazing parts of it. And as amazing as being a parent is, it's hard freaking work. And like, you don't always know what you're doing, and you don't always know what the best form of like punishment is when it comes to a 2-year-old who, you know, does he know that he's doing something wrong? Yeah, he does. He knows better than to throw a truck across the room. Like, he knows that. But there's also just that fine line of like not pushing too hard, I guess. And I just want to, it's frustrating to me, I guess, because it's just me and I always have to be the bad guy, and I'm getting so sick of just being the bad guy. So now that we have the under eyes set, the concealer looks pretty good. It doesn't look super creasy right away or anything like that. I mean, obviously I did set it super quick, but I mean, it looks really good right now. So, okay, now we're going to take this MAC, I think it's a 183 brush. It is just a duo fiber. I've never used this for this, but we're going to try it out. This is the Uma Beauty contour stick in Fair Lady, and I'm just going to take a tiny, tiny bit of this because it is super pigmented, and then I'm going to try to apply it with the brush today. And I'm not sure if I'm really going to like this. I saw somebody using a cream bronze. Yeah, I don't like it. I was watching somebody do their cream bronzer like that earlier today, and I was like, I need to try that out, but it's just, it never really works out for me. So I always like to take the butt of my sponge and do it. But kind of back to what I was saying, I feel like people who have kids, they just, you know, they only want to show you like their highlight reel, which I totally get. I mean, that's what my Instagram is. Trying to figure out how to say this. There's a very, like, there's kind of, to me, two types of like online parents. Parents that just show all of the good stuff, and then parents who use the kind of crappy, normal, everyday stuff as like clickbait. So you either see, you know, kids really just showing their ass and being not great kids, which every kid has those days, every kid has those moments and those breaking points. Or you see just the perfect kid. So you either think, okay, like this kid's an angel, or this kid's a little devil, and this kid's this, and this kid's this. And it's just not, you know, I'm sure some kids are overall better than others. I get that. But I don't know. I feel like a bunch of parents online kind of only sway one way or the other. They only show off the really good parts or the really bad parts. And I would like to just say, I have all of those parts. We have really amazing days, and then we have really friggin' hard days. And today has just been, it's been really friggin' hard. And that's all that it is. Like, you know, I'll go to sleep. I will hopefully get some sleep tonight and wake up hoping that tomorrow is a better day. So it doesn't have to be that big of a deal. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, my kid is the worst kid ever because they've been a bad kid today. Okay, kids have feelings too. A 2-year-old does not always know how to express his feelings. I'm 26 years old. I don't always know the best way to express my feelings. I know for a fact that I don't always do it in the best, you know, in the best way that I could. So how can I expect him to when I've had 24 extra years to master that and I still haven't? So, I'm sorry. I know I'm just kind of going on like a parent rant right now, and anyone who doesn't have kids is going to be like, all right, I'm over it. But I just wanted to say, even the families online who act like they have it all together, they don't. They only show their highlight reel, and that's what YouTube is. So if you only watch that, you're never going to feel like a good enough parent. Like, just straight up. So I'm going to throw some Gimme Brows in my brows real quick, and then I will be back to finish off this super duper easy summer makeup. Okay, I just threw a super light layer of that Gimme Brow in my brows just to kind of give my brows a little more color to them, but I'm going to slap on a little bit of this Nars Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base, I think is what it's called. Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. Did I actually just get that right? Wow. So I'm going to just spread this out and try to not get it all in my brows. So now that we have that out, I'm going to go in again with my Too Faced Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadows. This is in Tiramisu Me, and this is just like the really pretty kind of, it's not purple, but it's kind of a mauve-y, it's a cool toned shade, and it's probably my favorite cool tone shade I've ever used. It's not so cool that like, I don't know, it's just perfect for me. So another thing, I'm not going to act like all of it's Parker because it's most definitely not. This might be TMI, but guys, I've had my period for so long at this point, I cannot tell you how long it has been. I got on a new birth control, which I was actually on before I had Parker, so I thought it would be like, you know, the easiest one to kind of transition onto since my body had already been on it before, and it was the best thing ever, kept me from getting pregnant for years. Like, it was amazing. I didn't even get my period on it before. And now I'm not sure if my body has just changed so much from having Parker or what exactly is going on, but it's messing with all of my hormones. It's making me have a period for almost a month. No, maybe even more than that. I've honestly lost count. I think it's been 3 weeks. And it's not even like a spotting period. It's like a straight up like, get your heavy flow tampons out, guys, because it's coming. So like just that and my hormones on top of everything else and feeling like, you know, just done being like the bad guy all the time. And I'm just, oh my God. So that's what's going on with me lately. What's going on with y'all? How are y'all feeling? What are y'all up to these days? I know a couple of y'all are teachers, and I was meaning to ask, what are y'all's counties doing for the first semester this year? The county that I'm in is doing virtual for the first semester, and they're gonna like try to figure it out from there, whatever the hell that means. But now I'm gonna go in with my Rowan Beauty shadow palette. This is the 1111, and it's gorgeous. This is also, it's like half cool tone, half warm tone, but I think I'm gonna take this shade here. This is probably my favorite. It's just such a good, it's like a topper shade, you know, like it's just, it's so good. So, and if y'all are doing virtual learning, what does that entail for teachers? Like, does that mean, you know, but does that mean that you like make the lesson plan and kind of like worksheets to go along with it? I truly don't know. I did not mean that in like any kind of way whatsoever, because I just don't know what it means for teachers. I know it's probably harder to teach kids virtually than it is when they're all in your classroom and you are able to like really grab their attention. So I just wanted to know like how y'all felt about that. I know my grandpa works for the school system, and you know, I know it's been hard on him, and he has been home a lot more and all of that stuff. I'm sorry, I know I'm like all over the place and y'all are probably barely seeing what I'm doing, but if you can just tell, like, that top coat is so good. So let's go ahead. I will throw on some mascara, and then I'll be right back to just finish up the face and hopefully not bring you down anymore. Okay, I just threw a little bit of mascara on, and honestly, this is just like what my eyes look like every single day. So it's nothing new. I know I'm pretty sure this video is more for me than it is for y'all, because I am just straight up like a rant. Okay, so while I was doing my mascara, I was actually trying to think about what I've talked about in this video, and basically all I can remember is that I've bitched about my kid, which is not a great look. So not sure if this is going up. I guess when I'm editing it, I can kind of like see if I'm really being like just mean, because I never want to come across as not being thankful for my baby. Like, he is my everything. Things have just been very hard lately. So I just want to clarify that in case I do put this up. And I know that so many people struggle with getting pregnant, with staying pregnant, with just everything about having kids. And I never want to come across as being not sensitive towards that, and is not, you know, just not understanding that, I guess. So is my bronze, I can't tell if it's a shadow or if my bronzer is just messed up. Okay, we're going in with the Dior contour palette. I'm going to use this shade right here. on my little Sephora small blush definition brush, but it's kind of just like the perfect shape to go right in here. And I haven't really messed around with this palette too much. I've basically only used this shade, but I do really like this shade. So I'm not like upset that I got it at all. And you know, I got it from like stuff that I was exchanging anyway. So I'm really happy to have it. I really want to try setting my under eyes with this powder here, but I just can't tell if it's too shimmery or not. It's supposed to be a highlight. It's definitely not a highlight. I just don't know. But I really only put this like right in the very back of my cheeks. And then this is a new getting to be favorite. This is the Buxom Staycation Vibes Primer Infused Bronzer in Backyard Bronze. I don't know, I never understood the whole like primer infused thing. I didn't get why that was a good thing, but I guess it's just supposed to, like, it's in there so it'll stay on longer, I guess. And honestly, this bronzer does stay on really well. So it's very pigmented and I do not need much at all. Ow! Especially when I go in on top of the Uma Beauty contour stick and that Dior contour palette. I really just kind of bring it all over my cheeks to kind of warm my face up. But this bronzer is gorgeous. And I don't want to say this lightly, but it might be a good dupe for something, which I need to figure out so I can tell you all about. But I do think if you are a bronzer holic like I am, you will enjoy it. And the formula is very nice, very blendable, very creamy when you're swatching it. Like, it's really good. And I love the Buxom primer infused blushes, which is why I was so excited for this bronzer to come out. And I swear I've been waiting for this all summer. But now that it's out, it was totally worth the wait, and I absolutely love it. So it also wasn't like a $64 bronzer like the Dior or a mini Tom Ford or whatever. So this was, I want to say, like $30, and it's definitely up there with like some very high-end bronzers that I love. So loving this. And then I'm also loving this. It's the Jouer Champagne and Macaroons palette. Honestly, this right here takes up as much room as one other item in my makeup bag. So the fact that it has a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter, this is just amazing. And if you haven't tried out Jouer's formula but you want to, I would totally suggest this because I think it's so stunning. So I can't tell if it's a shadow or if I'm really not blended out up here, and it's kind of driving me crazy, guys. Alright, you let me know if that's a shadow or if I just suck at blending, because I just don't care at this point. Now we're going to go in and I'm going to take a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Tint in Color of Dreams. I had to, guys. I couldn't stop myself. I had to. It wasn't even an option. Like, it just wasn't. So I'm going to press some of this on my cheeks. Oh my god, I love this so much. And it smells so good. And it looks really good on your lips. So I'm just a huge fan of this all around. It's expensive. It's Charlotte Tilbury. It's, you know, it is what it is. You don't need it. I made that whole video about, you know, all of the other cream blushes that look very, very similar. And, you know, once they're actually on your skin, they look even more similar than when I'm just swatching it side by side. So you definitely don't need this, but I do love it. So it is what it is. And then I do like to take just a hint of the Delight Me shade in here. This is a kind of shimmery blush. And I very, very, very lightly just tap in and press it right over where I put the cream blush. It gives me a little bit of a shimmer. And it also just kind of sets that blush because the, you know, the powder and the bronzer I've used has set that contour. But I want to set this as well. So I think that's just such a pretty combination. And I don't know, something about like that with the eyes and it's just a very effortless look, which is kind of what I'm all about right now. I just cannot stand to sit down and do my makeup for like an hour and a half. It just, in the fall and the winter, for some reason, like I love that. I love doing these like crazy intense, blown out, smoky, beautiful looks. And in the summer, I'm like, get this shit done. I'm ready to be out of here. So this is like just basically where I stop. every single day. And these are just all of my favorites. Like, they're just everything that I've mentioned today. I've not had one issue with. I haven't had it like, just, you know how sometimes you have certain products that work and certain products that just, they're like, eh. None of these have ever been in, eh. They always just go on flawlessly, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And now, like always, the Grwm Meteorites highlighting powder. What is it? The Meteorites Pearl Dust Palette. And this is just like so worth investing in my opinion. I really do think that it, I mean, first of all, I've been using this basically every day and I have not made a dent in it. I think if you love the Hourglass like ambient strobe lighting powders, I think you will absolutely love this. The 3 colors that it comes in is beautiful, and it just like makes me happy. So I'm gonna take a tiny little brush and just highlight my inner corners with this as well. And this is kind of when I decide if I want to do a lower lash mascara or not. And since I'm just wiping this off and going to sleep, we're gonna say not. So last up we have lips, and I've been loving this combination lately. This is the ColourPop Lippie Pencil in BFF, which is amazing and everybody's favorite, I know. And then after I line my lips with that, I go in with the Abh Bella Gloss. And this is just like the perfect neutral gloss to me. Maybe I shouldn't say neutral, it's definitely more towards the pinky side, but like to me it's neutral because I never go like super duper gray or anything. But yeah, I feel like something about this was too quick and like I missed something, but I'm pretty sure this is everything. On another note, I did finally get to wash my hair, which I'm very happy about. So. And let me just say, these headbands that I got from Amazon are amazing. Like, I'm obsessed with these, and yeah, I have an order coming with more. So super obsessed with that. I think I'm trying to decide, y'all definitely let me know. I want to do another giveaway sometime soon. I'm not sure if I want to do it for 200 or for 250. I did the 150 giveaway and literally just sent those out, so I don't want to do it like 2 stacked up, 2 back to back, but it might take me another couple of months to get to 200. So let me know what kind of stuff y'all would like to see in that giveaway. If y'all want to, like, if I threw a headband in there, if I threw my favorite candy in there, if I threw my favorite, you know, just like other random things that are not makeup related, or would y'all rather it be like totally makeup, skincare, hair care, all of that related? Because I totally get it. All right, guys. Thank you for basically just listening to me bitch while I do my everyday makeup. These really are some of my favorite products though. This I cannot say it. The Beauty contour stick is a new favorite, and it is absolutely beautiful. We're gonna need a backup of this in my collection because it's so good. The highlight is also beautiful. It works on powders. Everything about this is so good. So I really want to try out more of this brand. If y'all have anything you want to see, let me know. And if y'all have any other indie brands that you want me to check out, I would also love to know what those are. I've been looking into some, and I mean, you know I love my luxury makeup, like I just do. But I feel like some smaller indie brands really like bring it when it comes to formulation and all that stuff. So yeah, if you've seen somebody, you know, review a brand and you were like, oh damn, I wonder if it's really that good, like, let me know and I will let you know, because I have no problem letting you know what sucks. So all right, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, thank you, because I know it was nothing special and I've done this look God only knows how many times. So I hope y'all are having a good day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are. And thank y'all for letting this be a safe space for me to share as well. I know some of y'all have said that to me, like, thank you for this channel being a safe space, but thank you for like caring about when I'm just bitching about nothing, because that's something y'all just don't have to care about. So I love y'all. Y'all are the best and I appreciate it so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.